Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to look at the OnePlus 10 Pro versus the OnePlus 9 and whether you should wait for the OnePlus 10 series to come out or you should go and buy this phone right now. Also, that it's available in China but the world sees it later on. So let's talk about the design first. Now the design has not changed much, so it still does have the volume rocker on the left. On the top there will be a microphone hole, and on the right side of the phone you still have the alert slider as well as the power button. So not much has changed there, and I think it will be the same 3-stop mute switch or alert slider which we have. On the bottom there is the speaker grill and the USB Type-C port along with the SIM card tray, which also looks the same in the 10 series. On the back, which also houses the cameras, had a very nice kind of a textured back to it, glass back of course. So I assume that the OnePlus 10 series will also have this. The OnePlus 9 had a triple camera setup. Here the OnePlus 10 Pro has the triple camera setup. So we really need to see whether the same trickles down to the OnePlus 10 as well. The front of the phone is pretty similar to what we had on the OnePlus 9 series. So you do have a corner hole punch display but with a curved screen, and we will discuss the specifications in the latter part of the video. Before we get into that, do subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon and click on all so that you can receive all the future updates on the channel. So while I was filming this video, I got a software update which says that OnePlus is still serious about the OnePlus 9 series. It's a good thing, even though the OnePlus 10 is out in China and a global release is scheduled soon. It says that it is going to release in spring, so that's not too far. But I do see regular software updates coming in for the OnePlus 9 series, which is a good thing. And while we are talking about performance, the OnePlus 10 series is going to come with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processors, which is obviously the newest. The OnePlus 9 comes with a year older Snapdragon 888 processor. They both have 120 Hz of refresh rate displays. Obviously the Pro series of OnePlus always has a higher resolution display, so you do get that with the OnePlus 10 Pro. But I assume that the OnePlus 10 will come with the same display as the OnePlus 9. So you're actually not gaining anything better there in terms of the display. You do have some features like Hyperstorm, which is coming to the OnePlus 10 Pro and 10 series, which overclocks your CPU and GPU for higher gaming performance, much more stabler. But apart from that, you still have very good performance with the OnePlus 9, a smooth display, a good processor, good amount of RAM. So all of that is still there, and it's less than a year old, so it's pretty good, and I would suggest that you can still go for this phone. And talking more about the screen, the display also has the same amount of brightness, which peaks at 800 nits with a typical of 500 nits. Though the OnePlus 9 was advised to have higher brightness, but the OnePlus 10 Pro is rumored to have the same amount of brightness at peak and typical as the OnePlus 9 series. But we will have to wait for the actual device to come out for this fact to get cleared. And further drilling down into performance, I am opening up some apps to make you see the speed of all the apps opening up. With the OnePlus 9 series, you had a choice between 8GB and 12GB of RAM. That still remains, though software features make the RAM management of the OnePlus 10 series better, also enhancing the amount of RAM which is available for use. So all of that is there in that phone. Obviously every new phone will come out with new features, so it will be really exciting to see how the OnePlus 9 series compares to the OnePlus 10 series. But if you have day-to-day applications and very minimalistic gaming, not exactly heavy gaming, it should be fine. The OnePlus 9 can actually take heavy gaming as well, so I don't see any issues here. Yes, you might have faster performance and better speeds with the OnePlus 10 series, but the OnePlus 9 is not far behind. And As you can see, the OnePlus 9 is holding apps in the background as well. So it's doing pretty well right now. Let's see how it does when the OnePlus 10 series actually comes out. Now with the cameras, as I said, it is a triple camera setup. So you have a telephoto, the main camera which is wide, and you have a ultra wide. And the rumored specifications are a 48 megapixel wide camera with laser autofocus and OIS, a 8 megapixel telephoto with a 3.3x optical zoom, and I assume if that's the case, it will have a digital zoom of 30x. You have a 50 megapixel ultra wide with a 150-degree field of view. Now that is really big, but I think if it is that big a field of view, you must have a fisheye effect also. So that's another thing. It has of course Hasselblad color calibration, which the OnePlus 9 series already had, and you have the dual LED which is in a ring kind of a setup. The camera supports 8K at 30 fps, 4K of course, and 1080p as well. On the front, there is a 32 megapixel wide camera which is at a 1080p recording, so video recording. So that's still there. There is no 4K on the front camera yet. And now coming back to the OnePlus 9, you have a 48 megapixel wide, a 50 megapixel ultra wide already in this phone. So even though it is a year later, you still have the same camera specifications as the main and the second main camera. The OnePlus 9 still zooms to a 12x, though the OnePlus 9 Pro zooms to a 30x. So if you want the Pro version, and with that you do get a higher zoom also. So I assume that the OnePlus 10 will also have the same specifications as the OnePlus 9 when it comes to the cameras. Software wise, you have the Hasselblad mode which I showed just a few seconds back. You have the night mode, portrait mode, which are already there. You also have tilt shift, which is another mode which got introduced with this phone. You have expand mode, which is again a software feature still there, which you will get with the OnePlus 10 series. So all of this is absolutely available in the OnePlus 9. So feature set is good. The cameras might be slightly different, maybe more refined since it's an upgraded camera setup, but feature wise there will not be much difference between both these phones. And OnePlus is tuned to get good new features to old phones as well. So I'm not sure if the OnePlus 7 series will get it, but I'm sure that the OnePlus 9 series will definitely get it. The other thing is that this phone already has a macro mode. So even if the OnePlus 10 series comes up with maybe a microscope mode or a macro mode which you have seen on other phones, this still has a macro mode and that should work fine. And now coming to the last part of the video, the battery life and the charging. Now that is different. You do have a bigger battery with the OnePlus 10 series, or 10 Pro rather. It's a 5000 mAh battery, charges at 80 watts. The OnePlus 9 4500 mAh battery charges at 65 watt. So that is better there, but apart from that, the phone is pretty good. The OnePlus 9 series is still capable. The OnePlus 9 specifically is still capable. So go out there, buy this, and it should not disappoint you. If you have any queries, hit me up in the comment section, and as usual, thanks for watching.